He wanted to have a meeting with you, and you went? What good enough reason would he have for you to go and sit down with this man after everything that just happened between me and him?
Because when I got the text, I was in the neighborhood, I was close by, I had nothing to do that day, and he also mentioned like pregnancy stuff and had already spoken to me.
Pregnancy stuff? I'm disappointed in you, Tiffany.
Can you stop talking to me like you're my father? Disappointed in me? No, we're not doing that. I'm glad that I sat down with him. I know that's crazy to say. I know you have your issues with him, and I've had my issues with him in the past, and he probably is toxic, low-key, but he offered me a spot in a commercial that he's going to shoot.
What is he? Running a Hollywood studio now? He's putting him in commercials?
It's not just like I'm selling eggs or milk or cereal or something. It's a commercial for the church, for, well, the Institute of Faith. That he wants me to sit down and give my testimony.
And what would your testimony be for his church? What could he possibly want you to sit down and talk about for the people? I'm not diminishing your life or what you've been through, but what does a speech pathologist have to say to his kooky church?
Right, this isn't something that I tell a lot of people. He got it out of me. I just blurted it out because he was talking about the subject. But, you know, my aunt was very passionate about natural births, and she wanted to do a natural birth, but she passed away doing the natural birth, and it always affected me, and it always made me want to do one to prove the rest of the family wrong. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do a natural birth, and that would be my testimony to show the people of Serafina Town that there should be a sanctuary for that. There should be a place in church where you can do that and really feel connected to earth and stuff like that. I would be helping the cause, because apparently he can't get that approved for his church because of, you know, the family mill and all of that.
A story like that, Tiffany, that's personal to you. I want to tell that to people, like the whole world, especially not on his platform. I know I'm angry at him right now and a little biased, but no. I don't want you doing that.
I'm sorry. I just hear you correctly. You're telling me that I can't do it? Like, you're telling me that I can't do it.
Yeah, that's right. I don't feel comfortable with you telling your story from my uncle's church like that in front of everybody. And him it's bad enough that this man wanted to profit off of my daughter, and I was too blind to see that. And now he's trying to stir up trouble with paternity tests again. But the very last thing that he's going to try to do, and I won't let it happen, is take advantage of you. You're smarter than this, Tiffany.
First of all, no one's going to tell me what to do. I'm not going to be bossed around as a full-grown woman. But second of all, you're making me out to be like stupid or something. Like the way that you're talking, everything, you just, again, I'm big on tones, but you're making me feel dumb. You're talking to me like I'm an idiot, like I'm stupid.
No, I'm not calling you stupid. I just think that my uncle has a very good way with persuading people and manipulating them. I want to be wrong about that. I love my uncle, I do. But you saw what he did to me, and you saw what he's trying to do, and I just don't trust him. And something so personal to you like that, with your aunt, he doesn't deserve to benefit from that. If anything, start your own channel or something and give your testimony that way. Go to a different church and give your testimony, but not him.
Okay, I'm sorry. But like I said, no one's going to tell me what to do, especially not my partner. No one. I'm a full-grown woman, and I don't appreciate the way that you're talking to me. Frankly, you're coming off really controlling.
Controlling? I resent that, Tiffany. You know that word it's a very sensitive word to me. How am I being controlling right now? He's my uncle, my family, my church. I have a right to say who gets to work with my family.
Yeah, because what right do you have to tell me to not do something with the church? What right do you have to tell me to not do anything?
Alright, well, we're in a relationship together, Tiffany. And when I'm uncomfortable with something, I would like you to respect it, because I would do the exact same thing with you.
You're telling me that you want me to respect your wishes because you're uncomfortable with something. Fine, that's fine. I understand that being in a relationship, although I have not been in many, you do have to have compromise, and you do have to understand where your partner is coming from, and you have to make decisions based off of their comfort level. But at the same time, I feel like it's a little hypocritical that you're expecting me to understand your comfort level and what makes you uncomfortable, this and that, when I told you I was uncomfortable with you going to find Miranda without a plan and all of this and all of that. And then I was made out to be crazy and you didn't respect me. Although you did eventually cave, you still put up such a big fight about it.
We're really going back to that? That I wanted to leave? I'm sorry, but the second that I get a lead on Miranda and Charlotte, I'm out. I'm going to find that lead. Because this is my daughter. So if that makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry, but that's very different than having my uncle ask you to do a testimony that he doesn't really care about and using you like that.
You just said a whole lot and you were very defensive about it and it sounded cool, but in reality you're just throwing out double standards.
It's no double standards to... I don't want to fight with you. Can you just respect my wishes and can we end it with that? Your story's not going to change the world anyway.
Did you really just say that to me? Did you really just belittle my experience and make it small?
I'm just saying, his church is not the biggest church in the world.
We're always so cooped up in here, Joey. Why don't we go out on like a non-date? Why don't we go do something instead of being in the same air, in the same four walls constantly?
What do you mean a non-date? What's a non-date?
A non-date. It's not like romantic. We're not going to like a fancy restaurant or anything. We just go out and do stuff without it feeling like we're together. Does that make sense?
I don't know. What do you mean, like, go out and just do things like as friends?
Yeah, exactly. What's the word? Platonic, like, just because you have your boy parts and I have my girl parts doesn't mean like we can't do things as friends and just, history, whatever. Like, put it aside. Let's just go have fun.
I don't know. I feel like that will lead you on in a way, and I'm not trying to like talk down to you. I don't mean it that way. I don't want to give off the wrong impression. And it feels weird to say that because I don't want you to feel like you're chasing me or something, because I don't have that ego. I don't feel that way. I just don't want to mistake doing something with you for something else. Does that make any sense?
I get that you put a little annotation next to saying that, but you're still saying that. You're still saying that I don't know how to separate the two between friends and relationship, but I can. I don't know why you're overcomplicating it.
A guy and a girl who used to date, who almost had a baby together, going to a theme park together. It's just, I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to want to snuggle or something. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but even me, like, if I were to spend a day with someone like that, of the opposite, whatever, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I don't want to feel something that's not real. Does that make sense?
I'm going to want to snuggle, like, it is derogatory when you say things like that, but why don't you trust yourself? Like you said it, I even bring up the theme park thing, but theme park's awesome. Why don't you trust yourself though? Like, what could happen if, you're the one steering the car, correct? A metaphorical car. Like, what's gonna happen if you don't let something happen?
Because, man, I'm grieving. And I hate to constantly bring that up and say that, but I don't know what I'm feeling right now, before I looked at lasagna and started to tear up because that was one of the first like pastas that Junior tried to eat. I know that's crazy, but it was. And if I'm emotional like that, I've taken him to theme parks, and then I'm with you, and then at the end of the day, I'm kissing you on the head or something. I don't know.
I know you are, and I'm trying to be respectful.
Wait, hold up. Is that why you're trying to get me to go? Because I'm vulnerable? And then we go to this park together, and then at the end of the day, we're holding hands on the way to the car?
No. Now you're being paranoid, and now you're like making me out to be some witch. I don't have ulterior motives. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm not trying to manipulate you in any way or capitalize off of your grief. I'm trying to be understanding, but also I do think that we should get out of here and do things, and it doesn't have to be romantic. Aren't you tired of being in the house and these same four walls, and it's not probably not helping your grief?
Yeah, I am tired of like being here. I feel like I'm trapped, even though I've been doing work and stuff. Even there, I love it, but I just feel like I'm going to two places and that's it. I'll go with you, but you have to promise like you'll help be like a friend and nothing more than that. I don't like want to be taken advantage of, as weird as that is to say.
I'm not looking to take advantage of you. I like the theme park idea. I think we should try that. I'm just trying to be a friend. I'm just trying to help my own mental health as well. I don't want to be cooped up here watching the same shows over and over and over. There's only so many things that you can binge.
Alright. So let's go. Is the weather warm enough for a theme park?
Yeah. Serafina Town.
Yeah, you're right.
See, after seeing your face up there on the Ferris wheel and getting a little spooked, did it not take your mind off of things? Did you not like focus on your fear up there rather than what you're going through?
Yeah. Nah, for real. It took my mind off things. I felt like a little kid again myself, actually. So it's fun. I didn't think I had the capability to have fun anymore, but
at any point in the day, while we have the fresh air and the beautiful sky and the laughs of people and stuff, did you feel depressed or anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I had my moments. There were things that reminded me of Junior because he liked certain things. But I just told myself that he has a theme park in heaven, so.
Well, that's absolutely depressing. Very, very depressing, and I'm sorry that you have to think those things. I hope one day you cope with it a little bit better. Can you admit that I was right in coming here with you?
I can admit, you were right. It's nice to get out of the house. It's nice to be amongst the fresh air and see people happy and realize that life doesn't have to be so bleak and it doesn't only have to be within four walls. I'm having a good time. You were right. I can admit it.
We haven't been here this long. What would you like to do elsewise? And does it feel like we're dating, or does it feel like we're friends?
I know it's corny, but I like doing the claw machines. I would really like to win something, take something home. So maybe a claw machine.
Okay, claw machine it is. But I asked you a question. Does it feel like we're friends, or does it feel like we're dating?
Melissa, it doesn't feel like we're dating. You were right. We can do things as friends, and it doesn't have to be weird. You were correct about that. I admit it.
Okay, so I'm just trying to point out to you that we can do things like this without it being weird, and that we can be friends and rely on one another.
I think now you're pushing it a little bit. All I want to do is play the claw machine. I don't need to have this deep-ass discussion.
I'm not, Joey, but also, we'll get to your claw machine soon. When you look around, I know that you think of Junior, and I know it can be depressing, and you probably think of your old life with Miranda and this and that. That's inescapable, but when you look at the little machines and the little teapot rides and going on the Ferris wheel and stuff, and do you ever, wish that you had a kid, like a new kid? I don't mean that in the way that I'm saying it. I mean do you ever think oh, I wish that one day I could do this again?
Damn it, Melissa. See, that's so borderline insensitive to ask something like that when not even a year has passed for you to ask something like that. And also, you're being pushy. You did it. You everything's good, and then you sneak in your agenda. You just soiled the whole day by saying that.
Well, I'm asking a Barbara Walters style question, from a sincere place, not with an agenda, or I'm not trying to manipulate you or anything. I'm just trying to get in your head.
I think it's also insensitive to use Barbara Walters as an analogy when she's not alive anymore. But I know what you're doing. All you're trying to do right now is see whether or not maybe one day I will want to entertain the thought of having children again and bring them to a place like this. It's like you pulled me into some experiment. Like, let's see if he goes on that ride and he does this claw machine, will he like children? Like, come on.
Okay, fine. Well, no, you're really frustrating me. I'm asking you because I do want to gauge, like, okay, when you see something like this, it's completely off limits to you. You really don't want children.
Is that the only reason that you took me here to a theme park? This conversation would have worked if we sat down in a diner.
That's not why I took you to a theme park, Joey Bean. It's not. You're the one that brought up the theme park. I would have said a movie or, shopping for pop figures.
When I was on the Ferris wheel, I did not think about having more kids. I did not. It did not make me want to have more children. When I got the hot dog over there and saw the kid eating his hot dog, I didn't want another son. I missed Junior. Nothing in this place makes me want to replace Junior with more children. It just makes me want Junior. That's it.
Okay, that's all that I needed to, like, ask you. That's it. Okay, let's go on the claw machine. I mean, do the claw machine.
I've never seen a person throw up because of cotton candy. And and the look on the man's face as you almost hit his shoes with your vomit.
I know, I'm so sorry. Like, are you embarrassed?
Nah, it was funny because, I don't know, throwing up cotton candy isn't the worst thing to throw up if you had actually had the chili dog and then thrown it up. But I was more concerned I thought you had like the neurovirus or something.
Again, I'm sorry. It's just, there's something about me and cotton candy with the consistency, like the texture, that makes me gag and throw up.
So why did you eat the cotton candy if you knew that the consistency makes you gag like that?
I guess because I thought I was older, like I could handle it and maybe I could try again, but obviously I still have that issue.
Alright, well, next time we're on a non-date, don't experiment with yourself like that. How about you experiment on your own time?
Alright, well, not to bring the mood down, but, like, did you have fun? Like, was it a good day otherwise?
Yeah, I had fun too. Minus the little conversation we had. It was fun, and I'm happy that I won something in the claw machine. Even if it was just a stuffed pig.
Alright, good. That's really great to hear. I love you, Joey.
So I'm gonna practice some of my tattoo stuff now. Because I was gonna do that earlier, but since we went to the theme park, I didn't get to.
Alright. You do that. I know how important your new career is to you, and sorry if us going out today took you away from that in any way. But I'm glad you had fun, and enjoy your tattoo stuff. I will be in the living room.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Melissa.
Yes.
I love you too. Not in like a romantic way. Just as a friend, okay?
Good enough.
Yeah, no, it is Brian Montgomery. Yeah. I thank you for sending me those photos. Can I just ask, I would have asked through text, but I just wanted to make sure you were real, because I've been having issues with that too. The photos you took, where did you take them? Delaware, huh? Okay, it does resemble her. Out of every lead that I've followed, this is the closest one. So can I just ask, did she have a baby? Because I couldn't tell. Okay. Okay. You are a blessing, truly. Can I bother you to just send me the address, and I'm gonna try. Yeah, no, I know, but I can ask around, and that's all I need to do. And if I find her, I will send you money, for real. So yeah, just text me the address, and I'm gonna go there.